welcome to another Watch Party live stream with your boy Live Watch Sports Media. Today we'll be checking out the Indiana Fever and the New York Liberty. Now, New York Liberty are the defending WNBA champions, where the Indiana Fever are one of the favorites to contend for a championship this year. Now, yo, what's up, Bluegrass Smoker? Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. Um, Also, now the Liberty just beat the Chicago Sky by 25 points. Um, on what, Thursday night, and I know, man, this is a tough game. This is going to be a tough game for the Fever. I just want them to play well, win or lose. I just want them to play well because this is a tough road for us. And if we pull this out, yeah, if we pull this out, then it says a lot about this team. If we lose bad, it's going to be a lot of questions. It's going to be a lot of scrutiny. It's going to be a lot of blaming again, and we don't need that. We need to actually pull together for this team. It's new pieces, and people gotta understand it. It's new pieces. As I was saying that, the NF Fever did win Thursday night in Atlanta, which I was there. I got to see the game live. It was a tough game, nail biter, everything like that. They won 81-76, where Ryan Howard and Caitlin Clark actually went at it. Trash talking his finest. Brittany Garner filed out as always. I do have a video coming up after this live stream about the controversial take on Brittany Griner. I was trying to hold off for it, and everything like that, but I definitely will be going over that later today. Now, what to expect from this game? I expect that, um, yeah, we gotta slow them hitters down. Definitely gotta slow them down. What do I expect from this game? I expect a little bit faster. Both of these teams are great defensive teams right now. Last time I checked, the Indiana Fever was the number one defensive team. Caitlin Clark is second in defensive rating, which that shows a whole heck of an improvement. Um, when she's second in defensive rating behind Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson. Um, so, but nevertheless, I think that this game, I don't see the New York Liberty defending Caitlin Clark the way that Atlanta did. Atlanta had bigs. Now you got Jocko Jones, you got Stewie, so you're gonna have to out rebound them, which we have out rebounded our opponent in every game so far. We played Atlanta twice and we out rebounded them twice. We out rebound Chicago. So and they have all the tall people. So I think the rebounding edge, it does go to us because we're a good rebounding team. And if we could get out there and push pace this game, it's going to really help them. Because Jocko Jones and Stewie is not fast running up the court. Exactly, V. What's going on, my man? V just put out there. Laney Hamilton ain't playing to guard CC, which is a good advantage. Exactly, because she's gone for the season. They not gonna have her at all. She's gone. Even if she came back late in the season, you don't know how healthy she's going to be anyway. And Lonnie Fevers can't guard her. Tasha Cloud can't guard her. And this is, I think, this is the kind of game that, and I'm Sabrina can't guard her. So, and they're gonna make the mistake. They're gonna If they make the mistake and put Stewie on Caitlin Clark, she's gonna get cooked because then you're gonna utilize every other way. And one thing I do want to take away, if we had Sophie Cunningham 2 nights ago, a couple of days ago on Tuesday, we win that game easily in Atlanta. I think Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hall is going to be big because, especially when they switch and bring in Lonnie, have Lonnie Fevers on the floor, or Maureen Johannes. Um, Marie Jones coming off the bench. She's only what gaining like 6 to 10 points, so she's not really a factor like you know everybody thinks she is. But I think it's going to be a really good score. I do want to see Marie Johannes match up against Caitlin. I would like to see that. That's going to be good. I think Caitlin is going to be very aggressive this game. I make no mistake about it. I think she's going. I just watched an interview on the Indiana Fever YouTube channel, and Robert Lundy. I follow him on X. He writes for SI. Him and Rosalie Lee, which I'm very fond of. And he asked Caitlin about the off ball stuff. And this is the thing that I have a real big issue with folks um talking about the off ball. And she said there's a balance between her being off ball. There's a balance between her being off ball and her having the ball in her hand. And a lot of people know she likes to have the ball in her hand, but she's understanding that she has weapons around her, and she understands that it's going to take time for everything to flow. And people are out here, bashing, criticizing Stephanie White, and it's just bad business right now. We only three going into 4 games of the season right now, and we got to allow everything to flow. We got allow everything to mature. This team wasn't good. This team didn't even have the talent that they have now last year. And you have to understand that when you put a team together, things are not going to gel instantly. Even Caitlin said that they have not gelled the way they need to, and they learning. They continue to learn where everybody at. And she said there was a lot of mistakes that she didn't do, and a lot of things that the team didn't do to take advantage of the Atlanta, and they understanding that. So, and I don't think that in this game, I don't see. Um, I see a defensive game. I see really another tough game. Might come down to the wire between these two teams because New York, they do got people to run up the court, but they do not like to run a lot. They love playing half court set. So to me, I think this is going to be a good challenge for the Indiana Fever. I think it's going to be one of the games that if they pull out a win, if the Fever pull out a win against the New York, excuse me, guys, if the Fever pull out a win against the New York Liberty today, then you you could pretty much say, hey, the Indiana Fever can play with anybody in the league. You know, and V said if we win, I think it's going to be single digits, nothing crazy. Yeah, I think so. I think the Fever. I think the Fever will win by 5. If they beat New York, it'll be by 5 points. I think New York is going to try to make the game muddy. I think they're going to try to be a little bit physical with Indiana. Indiana already been to 2 physical games with Atlanta, so they going to be pretty much accustomed to that. The thing about it is how New York is going to guard Indiana. Cause they can't guard Indiana the same way they guard them last year because Indiana's a whole totally different team. I do see DeWanna Bonner on Stewie. I do see um you're probably going to see some of Bree Turner in the game on Stewie. You might see some tips in the game. You might see a little bit of Demiris Dantes playing in the post like she did against Jacquel Jones, keeping her off. But the main thing, another thing, we got to be careful of fouls. We cannot pick up silly fouls. We cannot get in foul trouble. If we get in foul trouble in this game, it's not going to be good because then we're going to have to play differently. We got to be the aggressor. We got to put them in foul trouble. We got to take it to them, take the fight to them. You know, in the words of Transformers, Optimus Prime, some of y'all probably know, um, what was the one, Dark of the Moon, when they try to exile the Autobots out of off of Earth, and they came back and Optimus Prime say we have to take the fight to them. That's what we got to do. We have to take the fight to them. We cannot let them dictate the pace because a lot of teams are going to try to dictate pace. Now, I do want to go over some games last night, some scores of some games, and surprisingly, there's a lot. Now, I haven't did a rookie of the year race thing, but right now, Janelle Solange, Kiki Airfin, and Sonia Citron, they look like the leaders in the house right now. It's a long season, but it's early. But I think the Washington Mystics could have co-rookies of the year with Airfin and Citron. They are playing really good. Despite they 2-2 record, but that team has been in every game so far. Um, they let me see what they did last night. They lost to the Aces, but Drew Lloyd hit a game winning bucket. They should have beat the Aces. And Airfin outplayed. She outplayed. Yo yo yo. What up, Frederick? Let's get it. Let's get it. Um, and on the Valkyries won their second game of the season. That's surprising because a lot of people didn't think the Valkyries would be a good team. Now that they starting to come together because they got Janelle Solange there. She's nice. That's the one I wanted the Fever to get. She's so nice. Um and they took down LA. They took down the Sparks. The Sparks are not looking good right now. Even though I know Cam Brink is not there yet, but they are not looking good. I think Sonya Citron right now. I think she has a slight edge over Kiki, but I think it's going to be by the end of the season. I think Sonya and Kiki is going to be co-rookie of the year. I think that's how they're going to do it because Paige Paige is not playing. She's not playing well, and they play Atlanta today, down in Atlanta. The Wings play Atlanta today at 3 o'clock down in Atlanta, and I'm telling you. Brittany Griner and Doom, they're going to be physical. That's a physical team. They're going to be physical, and they're going to set screens. And you best believe Brittany Griner is going to lay one of them the hard screens on Paige Beckers. She's going to feel it. So, and that team is not good. That Dallas Wings team is not good, and nope, they don't have nobody to guard Ryan Howard, and it's bad. Yeah, the sky is imploding, and it is a disappointment. Yeah, if Kiki gets consistent, look out. Yeah, she is. She's nice though. But she's playing better in the W than she played in college this past season. She didn't play well in college, but she's really playing well. And that's that game. Washington and Washington and the Fever, they play next Friday on Ion, so that's gonna be a tough game. But the only thing is they can't score. If Brittany Sykes doesn't score the ball like she does, they don't have nothing. And the thing about it is, you look out because um what's the girl name? Aaliyah Edwards is not even back in the lineup yet. Yeah, I guess Watkins was really holding back. Yeah, because I think to me, I think if Kiki had stayed at Stanford, she probably would have got her draft stock probably. I forgot. I don't even know where she got drafted at this year. I forgot. To be honest with you, I think her chances would to go number one, close to number one, or number two would have been even greater. Um. But I think Kiki, she's showing that she belongs. And if like I said, if Aaliyah Edwards comes back, that young core is going to be good for a long time. They got a. I don't like the owner of Washington, but that team is built way better than the doggone Chicago Sky team. Way better than the Chicago Sky. The Valkyries even is built better than the Chicago Sky team. And I'm gonna tell you why the Chicago Sky is struggling the way they struggle. It is not Tyler Marsh. Everybody's trying to blame Tyler Marsh. It is Angel Reese. Angel Reese. They don't know what to do with her. And having her and Camila Cardozo, you already seen Camila Cardozo was in the post by herself, and they didn't even look at her, and she kind of like walked off. When your player like she's a number three pick, she's that frustrated. Even Tyler Marsh said, "Well, we got to get our post players the ball." But when you don't, the best way to get your post players the ball is to put your young guard Haley Van Lith in. They need to have Haley Van Lith start that team. She's going to make mistakes, but you need to have her start that team. She could get the ball in the post. Era Atkins and all of them, they are scorers. They not gonna go and get the ball in the post like that. And that's the difference. They need to change up. Exactly. Sky fans want Miller on the trading block because they don't know how to use her. Now I guarantee you, if Camila Cardozo was to go like to the Valkyries, or she say she came to the Fever, or she goes up there to Connecticut, where Connecticut playing good ball as well. They should have beat Minnesota last night, to be honest with you. If you have somebody like a Camila Cardozo that could control the paint, they win that game. If you pair her up with Tina Charles and let Tina Charles play inside out and have her in the middle, they probably won that game. Yeah. Hmm. Honestly, honestly, Frederick, what to do with Reese, I don't know, to be honest with you, man, because I think Reese thrives. She thrives when you got shooters on the outside and you got a good point guard that could run the show. That's how they played in LSU. She doesn't. Chicago doesn't have that. Even when they had Kennedy Carter there, it still wasn't like that. People just going around saying, "Oh, well, they really miss Kennedy Carter." It doesn't matter because they had Kennedy Carter and Marina Mabry there last year. And this team was more competitive when they had them two players on there. When Marina Mabry left, you seen how the sky started to fall a little bit. Then Kennedy Carter couldn't get out her own way. She was missing games. She was quote unquote hurt here and there, and they didn't have nobody. Now the pieces they pick up this year is no way, shape, or form is going to. They don't play that style. If say Angel Reese played with a Caitlin Clark, say Angel Reese had Caitlin Clark, Caitlin would have found Angel Reese for easy bunnies, easy bunnies. Yeah, Reese is. Yeah, she's becoming a cancer, man. I honestly, if they trade Camila Cardozo, that's probably be the worst mistake they could do. I think they could trade Reese, trade her to Connecticut, trade her to Connecticut or somewhere, or let her go to one of them expansion teams next year, Toronto or whatever. What's the other team is? Let her go. I would not try to continue to hold on to her because the thing about it is, once her contract is up, and she could go anywhere. But I said this. People think I was crazy when I said it. Um, I don't see. I think Angel Reese's career is going to be more of a role player than a star player. And I think teams going to really see that after this season. She's going to be more of a role player because you can't put the ball in her hand. She had 10 turnovers Thursday night. 10 turnovers. Then you want to play her point forward. You want to get her some shots. Try to get her like mid-range shots. Stop trying to get her to shoot like threes. That's the only way she can make you honest. She can hit soft shots, but then I'm not sure all y'all saw the famous play under the basket. She kept getting the ball, can't get the ball, can't get the ball. She's not even looking to get the rebound, throw it back out to reset the team. Camila Cardozo was on one side. The guard was on the other side. She just keep getting the ball, trying to score over 4 or 5 players. That's selfish playing. That is completely selfish playing. because all she's doing is thinking about herself, thinking she's the star of the team. And to me, I think they made a mistake drafting her. And she think that, and New York already knows how to play her. New York already did that last year against her. Made sure she didn't get that double double. They already know that's what she's going to do. So if a team already has a great gauge on you, they gonna play you a certain way because they know you're gonna just try to get the rebound, go back up, miss shots, get your rebound, go back up, miss shots. Fred, yeah, Reese is the cancer. I think that the sky's success is dependent with her being part of point guard. I call yeah. I don't think that her success is that either. To me, I don't think so because I think they just her star popularity, is what it is, and they want to keep her there. But I think the Sky will be still good if they trade her away and focus on Camila Cardozo. I don't know why people think they want Camila Cardozo to go. She can't thrive. She played better last year, and every time she has a good game, guess what happened? Witherspoon goes to Angel Reese to her take Camilla out of the offense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing, and it's just crazy. I think the GM gonna get rid of her. Mm-mm. Man, a good man, but the thing about it is, it's what it is, man. At the end of the day, Chicago Sky, they're gonna have to figure it out as an organization because you look at all of these teams now, they even though some of them at Holly have a won a game or whatever, they playing way better than the Chicago Sky. And as Chicago Sky think they're gonna tank, because Laura Betts comes out. Me, me personally, she comes out this year. Um, and you definitely gonna have to like figure out me, if I was a Chicago Sky, knowing that Laura Betts comes out this year. I would try to trade Reese. I would try to trade her or Cardozo, or trade both of them for the draft Laura Betts and let Laura Betts be the centerpiece of that team. So, because Laura Betts gonna go to somebody, she's going to go to a team that needs a big. So, see, they show highlights of this Liberty team, and she's averaging or 18. Stewie averaging 18 points right now. To me, I think that having somebody like DeWanna Bonner on her that's very skilled and versatile and can move, um, or you could put like a Bree Turner on her to really force her hand and stuff like that. That'll make that shiftiness and stuff like that. So, but Stephanie White got straighten the hair. She got the hair. She ain't got the hair pulled back. She got it straightened back. So, all right, they about to kick off, man. So, what what y'all expectations of this game today? What y'all expectation? I know my expectation. I want us to win. Oh, Lexi Hall gets the start today for DeWanna Bonner. Lexi Hall gets the start. Oh man, Natasha Cloud gonna have her hands full with Kelsey Mitchell and Sabrina on her. Lonnie Fevers on Lexi. Tasha Howard on Brown. That's a pretty good matchup. They started five matchup is pretty good. So I really feel like we can win it. Yeah, I feel like we can win this too. Yeah, Lexi earned that start. I figured they was going to change the starting against this or against this. See, I like this matchup with um I like the matchup between Lonnie Fevers is going to get cooked by Caitlin today. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Nice look, Kate. See, they're gonna try if if Jocko Jones is going to come out and try to help double on CC with With Lonnie Fevers, it's going to be bad. They're going to get easy points. Mm. Oh, I like this. I like Natasha. I like Natasha Cloud on Caitlyn. Oh, look, she done got her already. Oh, nice, nice, Boston. See, I said this. We could play with them. We could run with them because the matchups is so easy. It's not as congested. Oh, come on, guys. That is too easy. Too easy. Mitchell got to make them shots. I don't like when she just gets erratic. Nice. Oh, nice. There we go. There we go. I I told you we could play with them. They don't want to run with us. They want to play in that half court. They killing Natasha Howard on that pick and roll though. They don't have an answer for Jacqueline Jones right now, and she's getting everything that she can in that. See, I told you, Lonnie, they can't run. They cannot run with the fever. See, they ain't got nobody to guard Jacqueline Jones. And that's probably going the biggest issue right there. Cause they getting them in that pick and roll, and Jocko Jones she's eating them up. Mm-mm. Oh, you got Jocko Jones out there. Give it a boom. Come on, Mitchell. You gotta pay attention. I don't know what's wrong with Mitchell right now. She gotta get her head up, man. Right there, that's where Mitchell had it. She had an easy lay. Nice and one. She's attacking. That's what I want her to do. Is attack the rim. Yep. That's a foul on Stewie right there. Yep. Now, you notice how she got that foul. They didn't even get that foul. Well, Mitchell better get her head out of China. She need to her head be up here. I like this is a good to me. This will be a good finals matchup right here because look at Lexi all over Sinescu. Nice. Oh, come on, Howard. You gotta make that. Golly. That was an easy 2 points. I don't like when we miss shots like that. Oh, come on, Kate. Mm. And they need to take advantage of Leo Boston in the middle too. To me, this is a good game right here already. And you notice both of these teams are up there in defensive rating. They go to Warner Bonner coming. That's why. All right, that's what we need now. And see, I like it where Lonnie Fevers with the fouls, trying to play aggressive. That's Mick Talk Hoop's favorite player. He's always trying to big up Lonnie Fevers all the time. Get a foul. All that Kate got to do is get her in foul trouble. Oh, nice behind the back. Nice. There we go. I'm telling you, if Jarquell Jones is going to come up high and try to do a help defense on Caitlin, you can find Leah Boston all the time. Oh my God, that's a bailout call. She was out of control. That's a see. Look, if Jarquell Jones gonna do that because Stewie is not going to give you help side defense, especially with Leo Boston already down there. I remember that ball head referee though. Him and Caitlin got into it a lot at home. Natasha Cloud, she lost control of that. That was a bad. That was not a good. I'm telling you, if Lonnie Phoebus is going to play that aggressive on Caitlin Clark, nice. Oh, nice. Oh, Caitlin had it. Mm. They're gonna try to get them in pick a roll action. See, nice, Aaliyah. Nice, Aaliyah. Nice, Aaliyah. Nice, rotated back. Leah Boston, she's blocking shots this year, man. She's up there blocking shots. And we was all worried about Leah Boston in the off season and in arrival, but she has really stepped up. Clark with the ball. Oh, dang. Nice hand, nice hand. Ooh, look at Lexi. Look at Lexi with the spin move. Lexi's been in her bag this year. She's been in her bag this year. I love that. Oh my gosh. They gotta out. It's too easy, man. Too easy buckets. Nice foul call on Fevers. That's her second. That's Fever's second. She's trying to play aggressive. You can't play. That's why I said this early on. They don't have Laney Hamilton, especially Fred. You pointed this out. They don't have Laney Hamilton, and this is why it's going to hurt them because if Fever's going to play aggressive, Caitlin could play aggressive now. She don't have nobody hugging her. She don't have nobody hand checking her and stuff like that. I know we look real fluid in this game. I love it. I love it. We definitely got to get them stops, man, because those stops right there is going to be crucial. Because you see how high Jacqueline Jones been playing. Stewie is too late to rotate. Because she don't want to leave her man. So Leah Boston can eat in the paint all day long. Yep. Exactly. Bonner, and I still like her contribute to the team because it's going to be certain teams like slow teams. She's going to end up starting. When you play fast teams, you gotta use Alexi. You gotta use a Sophie Cunningham. And I'm telling you, watch when soon as Sophie Cunningham gets on the floor, that energy level is going to hit. They don't have. To me, I feel like Lonnie, Maureen Johannes and Sophie Cunningham, they kind of similar a little bit. But I think Sophie's energy, her defense is way better than Maureen Johannes. She's more of a passing guard, like in whatever. Yeah, the Fever is playing with a lot of more good energy, a lot of good energy. I love it. I love how the Fever playing with a lot of good energy because they need this. They know that New York is New York is they want to play inside out, and they go into Jockel Jones early. But once you could get Jockel Jones in foul trouble, that neutralizes everything they want to do because then you bring Nara Sobley in, who's not that fast. She's a space eater, and then you could bring like to me, I will throw yeah, Didi and Tipson, they need to see the floor because Tipson, her wingspan is so good, man. I think her going against a Lonnie Phoebus or somebody like that is really easy. Oh, Stephanie White highlights. She run the floor now. Man, she played at Purdue, Indiana Fever, Indiana Fever, Indiana Fever, Indiana Fever. Yep, and then she won a national championship with them as in 2011 12 year. She won as assistant and then she took over as a head coach and took them to the finals. And then they lost against Minnesota. Guess who they lost to? Minnesota. They dressed in business like today. See, mm, I really want Bonner to get her shot flowing. She has not. Oh, Marine Johannes is on the floor now. Marine Johannes is on the floor now. I wish they had brought uh-oh, Sophie's on the floor. That, so who's Sophie's playing? Sophie's playing Marine. I said that. I knew that was gonna be a matchup. Oh my God! Come on, Kelsey. You cannot be fouling like that. I would just let Stewie make that shot. If she missed it, she missed it. Oh, Connecticut and Indiana. Oh, that's gonna be a good one. They gotta make sure that come on. I don't even know what is Kelsey's doing, man. Kelsey is I don't know what's going on with her, man. It's like she presses too hard for me. Oh Lord. Yeah. See, Stu is not gonna want to pick up fouls down there. Boston Boston could get those shots all the time. Boom. Ooh. Caitlin should have brought it back out. She should have brought it back out and come on, man. I I don't like when they hold the whistle too long to see what happened and then they blow the whistle just to reward the team. I mean, you could see Stewie ran over her. Yeah. Now I like this. I like this. Now you got Natasha Cloud off the floor, and now you got Lexi back on the floor. You know what I'm saying? And I think you got Lexi coming in for, yeah, you got Lexi coming in for, boom, nice, nice, and one. Now you don't have. Ooh, she gave it a bump. I like that. 'Cause- There we go. I didn't like how Aaliyah Boston came up. She should have. Oh my God! Look at that pass. Woo! Look at that pass. Boom! Woo! I'm telling you, man, this team is playing. This unit on the floor is a really good unit. This unit on the floor is a really good unit for this team right here. They quick, fast, they frustrating. We just gotta control our fouls. We gotta make sure we gotta quit fouling. I love when Lexi and Sophie is on the floor together, and that's the thing. We gotta quit bringing them to the line. Ooh, go ahead. That pick and roll right there is all day, all day. Offensive foul, yes. You if you pay attention, look how winded the Liberty is already. They don't like to play fast. They winded. Clark will find she'll find Boston all day. Okay, Dante's in there now. What a play! What a play! What a play! Oh my God, they calling some whack stuff, man. They is calling crazy stuff. They can't handle that pressure. Dante, nice tip by Dantes too. That's a bad call. That is bad. They calling fouls on. I don't even understand that. They sending Stewie to the line like crazy right now. They yeah, those fouls was yeah, they bailing Libby out with them fouls, man. Don't bail them out. They put that pressure on them and they can't react to it. Mm. Yep. I'm telling you, this game right here, see, the Fever didn't get a lot of this freedom of movement stuff when they played Atlanta. Cause Atlanta uses, dang, she missed it. They use Griner and Brianna Jones to clog out the passing lane. Now you see it because these teams, to be honest with you, New York and the Indiana Fever is kind of mirror each other. They kind of like almost identical to each other the way they play because the matchup is there all across the board. I be honest, I would not mind to see this as the WNBA Finals this year. Good job, Fever. Mm. Dang, that's not a good foul. That's why they need to screen like that. They need to screen her to get her the ball so she could bring it up court. Now, if if you see that foul that Caitlin gave a few minutes ago, guys, you didn't see the player flopped out. You didn't see her flopped out. She just actually, you know, leaped up. Angel Reese flopped it out and tried to make it more than anything. That's the difference between that. And I hope somebody give the ball to Kate. This is a good quarter, high scoring quarter. Exactly, same, no flop. Mm. All right, let's look at some stats real quick, guys. Let's look at some stats. Fever would have had a 1 point lead going into the first, but this is a high score game. All right, so Brianna Stewart got 10 points right now. Jaka Jones, Sabrina Nesca got 8. Jaka Jones got 8. That's it. Aaliyah Boston got 10 points. Lexi Hall got 7. Kate got 7. And Caitlin already got 6 assists already. Um, Mitchell only 2. Cunningham with 3 already. So that's pretty much it. Howard, she got 2 fouls. Mitchell got 2. Hall got 2. Caitlin got 2. Um, Phoebus got 2. Ronald got 2. Now we need to put some of their top players in foul trouble. We got to stay out of foul trouble, even though we want to play great defense. Brett Sutton, what's up, my man? What's going on? You know it's go time, baby. It's go time in here. This is what we do. Um, Great first quarter, man. Great first quarter. The energy is different. I want the again. I think these two teams match up very well with each other. I think Stewie is a hard matchup because we have to use bigger bodies on her. We could throw bodies at her, like Tipson, like a Bree Turner, and stuff like that. Howard, she could play defense on her, but she gives up. I think what Stewie 6'4", Howard 6'3", so that's not too much of a difference. But we match up well against them, guys. We match up well against them because you notice if Laney Hamilton was playing, Laney Hamilton would have been on Caitlin Clark the whole time. But see, you see what they doing. They threw Gardner at her. They threw Phoebus at her. They threw um Natasha Cloud on her. Caitlyn knows this with the matchup. She's going to be aggressive with the against them guys, and she's going to get them. Like I always say, Phoebus cannot guard Caitlin Clark. She's going to risk herself of being in foul trouble. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Dee Dee's present in the paint. I love it, and she's so heads up. It's going to be really good. And I think to start the second quarter, if they're gonna continue to give Boston that, yeah, don't calls is it is don't BS calls because it's like don't touch fouls, man. They give it to soon as they touch Stewie, she gets the call, she gets the whistle, and I don't think that let them play through it. You know, mhm. That the analyst asked Sabrina Nescu a few minutes ago said that they want to push the pace, but the Fever's matching them with pace. That's the thing about it. The Fever could go all game with that pace. It's going to be interesting to see how well the New York Liberty go pace to pace with the Fever, and I don't think that's going to be a good recipe for success. So yeah, the referees is looking for that off ball holding because they holding. Oh, go Bonner. Natasha Cloud got good hands. Yeah. Mm. Oh, nice, nice. I love the hustle from this team. I love the hustle in the defense and the steals. I'm gonna tell you, they frustrating New York so bad. They frustrating New York so bad because New York don't know what to do. And see, New York had it easy against other teams. Now they playing a team that's kind of like mirror them a little bit, similar to them a little bit, plays the same kind of style. When you have that, it makes the team play a little bit out of sorts because they don't know what to do with this team. Oh my gosh. She tried to go. Who is that? Uh, Yeah. Oh, that's Kennedy Burke. I guess she tried to go after at why everybody all assistant coaches on Sandy Bardella look so old. Mm, nice, Sophie. Sophie just took Mary Johannes. Took it to the rim. She looked like she traveled. Well, you hurt your shin. Get up, girl. You be all right. And that would have been a charge because Lexi was already in her spot. Oh Lord, she milking that. That was tough though. I, mm, dang, she had it. She had it, guys. She had it. Yeah, she was open by herself. They made 19 threes against the Chicago Sky. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. See, this is where Kelsey Mitchell could be very helpful right here. Use her quickness instead of just trying to dance around and stuff. Play within the flow of the offense. I'm glad Caitlin getting a little rush right now. Mitchell got to be the one. She got right now. She got to be able to help the offense a little bit better. Kelsey, come on, shoot the ball. That's why I'm not so much of a fan of players playing overseas for so long and then come back because it makes a season even longer. They need like some kind of rest period, and I think so- Kelsey might be kind of like fatigue a little bit. She should have hit both of them. And that's why I think a little bit with going on with Kelsey. She's probably fatigue a little bit. Mm. Come on, where's the foul? That's the foul right there. That should have been a foul on the other end when Lexi went up. That should have been a foul call, and they didn't even call it. Oh yeah, if that was the Liberty, they would have called a foul. They would. They definitely would have called a foul on that. They should have actually called a foul on that one because Lexi got hit. But I mean, I don't think. I think Clark probably gonna come back in the game after this. I think she's gonna come back. I think she's gonna come back in the game because they offense need to be generated. even though Sophie's on the floor, but they need to be generated because they don't have. Yeah, because they don't. You don't want it to get completely out of hand, and that timeout, that three right there. But I still think the Fever need to be more aggressive. I don't know what's going on with Kelsey Mitchell. Her shot selection, it seems like she's just. I think she's pressing too much for me, and then we need. And also Natasha Howard got to get going too. They need to get her going a little bit more, so where she could be able to um run some pick and rolls, do her like she did against the Dream, run them between screens and pick and roll, and so she can get some easy buckets because you can easily get the liberty to trail behind you. They not, I just like I said, they lengthy, but they don't move as quicker. Now the only thing I think they have is quicker guards with Natasha Cloud, Phoebus, Mary Johannes. You notice how nobody they didn't let Mary Johannes get no shot off. She had to play defense, and that's when you got skilled players like that. You make them play defense and make them not want to play. Look for their shot. Let me see what's going on X right here. Oh, she's. Mm, I don't understand why they don't run pick and rolls. They I don't like. Yeah, that I was about to say. I don't like that they offensive sequence. It's just like because the thing about it is that all right, it was 33-34. The thing about it is that oh man, that was a I ain't gonna lie, that was a nice on time pass. Indiana got to get back to what they did in the first quarter. is what's going on with Kelsey, man? I don't know what's going on with Kelsey right now. I mean, now Kelsey is looking for her shot. She's not playing in the flow of the offense, and she's trying to do too much. And you can't play that way. You're going to knock the team out of rhythm. The team had a good rhythm going into the first quarter, going into the second quarter. If you come in the game, you got to look, you got to pass, you got to make sure everything um is flowing the way it's supposed to. See, like that's let Caitlin set everything up. The thing about it is that I think, yeah, she's trying to pass too much, then shoot. Yeah, she needs to start looking for her shot because it's leading to too many turnovers right now. Boston, look, see that is even if she made a shot, Boston was right there trailing. Caitlin would have fined Boston for that easy land. Nice, but I do like how Clark. I love how Clark is taking Stewie off the dribble and getting to the lane. I like that because Stewie is not lateral. She's not that lateral. And if Stewie's going and Stewie or Jaka Jones is going to be that high up on her, she needs to take it. She needs to look for her shot. I think Stephanie White, she needs to really, she needs to sit down with that team. So, not with the team, but talk to Kelsey like she has to play in the flow of things. Hold on for a second, guys. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I had a chat with my daughter real quick. Um, see, yeah, we'll narrow the gap before the half. New York is on a run, but we have ours, and that's exactly. And I think that also, Fred, I think with that is that I feel like we giving up too many threes. That's where New York looks like they want to live at the most. We giving up too many threes. Um, like Bert, she came in, she hit a three. Tasha Cloud hit two threes. Sabrina, Sabrina gonna get hers. You know what I'm saying? But the others, we gotta limit them. We gotta continue to put pressure on them. You look at it. You got Sabrina 15, Jones 10, Stewart 10, Cloud 10. That's yeah, because our defense rotation was better in the first quarter, and it didn't get better when they subbed. And they put in Natasha Howard in a lot of mismatches, and she's not recovering quick enough. Mm, dang, she cannot hit a three for nothing. I But this is where I say Caitlin Clark needs to like if she can't get her three, I think she needs to like continue to drive to the basket. Ooh, look at that ball movement. I ain't gonna lie. Any New York had a really good ball movement. Now this is where nice, nice. I don't see how Clark makes them passes, man. She be making them pass. See, I love that matchup between DeWanna and Stewie. Mm-mm. They gotta go to her when she's looking to get the ball out her hands. You gotta go to her. They gotta go to her. They all running different ways. They gotta go to her. They gotta make sure she's there. And give the ball. Now I'm gonna say when the Fever was on that run in early in the second quarter, when they had Sophie, Lexi, Caitlin, I think Dewana and Leo on the floor, that was the unit easily because that unit was aggressive. They was moving without the ball. They was actually putting pressure on Indiana. I mean not Indiana, but New York, and that's what they're gonna have to do. They're gonna have to the combinations going to have to work a little bit more. So I feel like at the end of the day, they need to like really find different things. Mm-mm. They down what? 8 point. They 8 point lead. They could get it down a little bit more. It'd be good. Ooh, not. Golly, she's not getting it. I'm. Oh yeah. Speaking of Sophie, we just called her, Fred. We just speaking of Sophie. She's back in the game. I I just think that Caitlyn needs to continue to go off the dribble. 'Cause if she's not getting that three, like Stewie's on her right now. I'm telling you that it's there all the time. Yeah, Caitlyn's not in rhythm, and that off ball from last game, and she's about aggressive today. She can't go to the rim. Yeah, she can. I agree. Kaylin needs to go downhill. If she goes downhill and create a lot of fouls, she could easily get in a rhythm. She don't have to settle for threes all the time. I know that's her go-to shot, but she has to continue to get to the rim, set everybody up, get her shots, even start shooting some mid-range shots. Pull up. That's a bad hard shot. Yep. See that's a moving screen. But you notice how clean this game is? I ain't the one. Oh, if I was Sophie, I would have faked like I was about to foul her and jump back. She would have missed it anyway. Shoot or shoot, and I'm not worried about Clark. Assist will get a yeah. I think it's gonna be what a 10 point, 8 point game, 9 point game. The game is not that far to reach. We just making a lot of mental mistakes. If we stop making mistakes, 9 point game, 9 point game, not bad. I mean, you think about it. You think about it. They definitely could get back in the game. They definitely. I mean, to be honest, it's a good game. I'm not, but I think defensively we got to be we got to be sound. We got to be really sound. Um, Still we missing. Yeah, we have to come out running the next quarter. We gotta run. We gotta put so much pressure on them. And I think what they're gonna do next quarter, start of the third, I think they're gonna try to take that pick and roll away from Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark. And this is where the others gonna have to find open spots, backdoor cuts and stuff like that. Kelsey Mitchell she gotta really play within the flow of the game. She could get her shots, but it's like she's trying so hard to really um do too much. So and that's it's taking them out of sync. And they gotta quit fouling so much too. They gotta quit fouling. They gotta definitely like pick and roll defense and the three ball. Yeah, they gotta start giving up so much threes. Natasha Cloud is hitting threes. Sabrina hitting threes. And Stewie living at the free throw line. She ain't really doing nothing. She's living at the free throw line. And if she wasn't living at the free throw line, we wouldn't even have to worry about what's going on right now. That's half our battle right there. Her being at the free throw line. Every time they breathe on her, she's getting a call. So they gotta the neutralize her. You have to put her in foul trouble. I feel like when Caitlin has the ball at the top of the key and she has one of them bigs, she should just sidestep and just drive there and then shoot a mid range because they're gonna trail her. They one of the two things gonna happen. She gonna make the shot and get fouled, or she gonna get fouled anyway. So she gotta, like I said, there's gonna be ways like how she was getting downhill, going to the basket and stuff like that. That's what I feel like she needs to continue to do. Because New York playing the same kind of the defense, scrambler defense and stuff like that. But the only thing is, we not getting foul calls as much as they are, and that's the troubling thing about the Indiana Fever all season long. The referees is going to swallow their whistle when it comes to them getting calls. They going so we definitely need free throws. Free throws, 14 of 18 from the free throw line. New York got it. That's what they've been living at. If you take that away from them, we win in the game. This is professional basketball for far. No silliness. If New York starts to CC and AB give and go, Lexi and Sophie will eat from three. Yeah, and that's why I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping to do because you got then Mitchell could hit from three, Sophie and Lexi. So if you look at it right now, statistical point of the game. All right, so Caitlin got 8 assists right now. She only got two rebounds. She got 7 points. She only got two fouls, so that's good. Sophie got two fouls. She got 5 points. Dewana got 2 points, but she ain't got no fouls. Me personally, I like Dewana on Stewie a little bit more because that the length and the size. Stewie is not going to try to make too much moves. She's going to try to spin around and fade and shoot the fade shot. I like that matchup a little bit better. Boston got 17 points right now, lead the team. Mitchell got 8. We definitely need Natasha Howard to score some points. You know, we need her to score some points. You look at it, they got four people in double figures, and most of them is they starters. Sabrina Nesco, Natasha Cloud, Jacquel Jones. Jacquel Jones started the game off hot. Then she cooler. Now Stewie. Stewie is what her field goal percentage? She's 6 from 8 from the free throw line. Sabrina Nesco 3 from 3. Natasha Clouds 2 for 2. Gardner 2 for 2. Stewie's points is coming from the free throw line. You take her points away, we win in the game. They 14 for 18 from the free throw line. You think about it. Boston's 1 or 2 from the free throw line. Mitchell's 1 or 2 from the free throw line. Clark is 3 for 4 from the free throw line. That means to me, I would try to get Clark downhill a lot more to get to the free throw line. Then you got the one Bonner 2 for 2. We 7 for 10 from the free throw line. That's not good. They live in New York is living at the free throw line. That's how they're beating us right now. They're not beating us any other way. They living behind the free throw line. Yeah, I do too. I like. Oh, let me show you up. Yeah, I like Didi on Jacquel Jones as well, and I like Bono on Stewart. That to me, that's the matchup. But the only thing is, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to pushing, you're gonna either need Kelsey, Boston, or you're gonna need Sophie or Lexi on the floor with Caitlin to get them easy baskets on Natasha Howard. And that what I'm thinking, Natasha Howard needs to find they need to find that mismatch for her so she can get easy buckets. This game is not really out of hand at all. It's not out of hand at all. It's not far fetched at all. All thing we can do, make a run, get back in, and boom, we there. But I do definitely like the Bonner on Stewart because Stewart is not going to be aggressive against her like that. Stewart usually be aggressive against smaller defenders. So we got to find the matchups. That's the main thing, finding the matchups. Caitlin was finding the matchups when she was driving downhill. Tosh got to get that pick and roll action with. Yeah, she definitely got to do that. So top teams, man, I ain't gonna lie. The feature caller is on a tear right now. She's on a tear. Look at the rookies. Centron is 15.8 points a game, 51% from the field. Kiki, mm-mm. That was about coaching adjustments. So let's see Coach White make her money. Oh yeah, this where you make your money at right here. Because guess what? Like I said, these two teams does match up well against each other. They do match up well against each other. The only difference is that they have, to me, I feel like they have the most experienced team, especially with Jacquel Jones and Stewie. If they didn't have one of the two, I want, what it is. But Stewie's a matchup issue. Jacquel's a matchup issue. But you could put bodies on them to slow them down. Everybody else around doesn't bother me, to be honest with you. Like Sabrina doesn't worry me. You know what I'm saying? Tosh doesn't worry me. But I do like how they got her running a point, running the team better than they had Sabrina Nescu running the team last year. That's the difference in New York. is you have a true point guard that could run that team. If they didn't have Natasha Cloud there and it was just Stewie, I think this game would have been way totally different what it is. So that's what I like about it. So also I do feel like um the others, Kennedy Burke, she came off the bench and gave some good production. You know, I honestly I do want to see I want to see like tips in the game. I want to see like say for instance when you got Kennedy Burke on the floor, that's when you bring yeah you Fred you hit it you hit it right there. Fever really needs a true big. That's what they need. They need a true big, and then you could literally actually move Aaliyah Boston to the power forward position and have her play inside and out and have a big. They really need a true big. I cannot because that's going to be the difference of winning a championship with this team because Jockwell Jones is a true big. Stewie is in the role like a Lil Boston should be in. And then that play that inside out that they pick and roll is different from our pick and roll. So that is absolutely true. If they had a true big, they might have to look for one to bring on the team. To be honest with you, they might have to look for a true big instead of looking for another guard. Because I think the guard play is good. I think in like say in the midways to the season, and this is where how you gauge your team, knowing that you going to play teams like a New York or Minnesota or the Vegas Aces somewhat. So you say, well, hey, okay, Aaliyah Boston is a small big, but we need a bigger big. You need somebody that is going to battle in that paint, that can run the floor at the same time. You might have to get somebody that you're going to have to insert into the starting lineup, or you have to insert in certain times. Dantas, she's not she's a forward big, but she's not going to be a. That has been my fear this season. JJ Griner would give us trouble without a true. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I agree with you. And see, to me personally, I didn't understand why we didn't went after Breonna Jones. Breonna Jones would have been a perfect backup. You know why? Because she's a bigger body, and she could lean her big body on a Jockwell Jones, and for I don't know how she does it, but she gets rebounds. She's a double player, and she doesn't run the floor fast, but she runs the floor and she knows how to position herself to get the ball. She gets easy buckets under the rim. I watched Connecticut with her last year, how she was dominating the Aces, how she was dominating Phoenix, how she was really in there battling. She's the type of big that we could have used on this team. Having her start with along with Aaliyah Boston, and you still would have been able to have some personnel to run with, she would have been good. Also, I mean, if you look at it, Tina Charles would have been good, but she's not. Well, I think she's like 6'4", so she's not really a true big either. Um, but yeah, you really need that. I think Breonna Jones would have been a perfect big. Now, if we would find a way, if we find a way that could get Camila Cabello, that would be a plus right there. He said CC playing like trash. I disagree. She's not playing like trash. She's in a shooting slump like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? She's assisting. She making get passing the ball. I think she's passing way too much, and the ball's getting turned over. But saying she played like trash, that's an understatement. White tried to get Jones, but that contract with Katie Lou killed that. Oh man, yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, yeah, that Katie Lou contract killed a lot of things. Cause Breonna Jones would have been perfect for us. Cause trust me, you ain't moving her out that paint. You hear what Stephanie White said? She said they got to be more physical, and they running into screens. They not really paying attention to detail. They got to be better. All right, second half, guys. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens in the second half. Well, Lexi Hall, yeah, I hate to say it, but um, Leo Boston has stepped up this this season so far, and that's why I want Caitlin to do more of that inside pull up. Oh my gosh. Golly, she shot that too hard. Jaka Jones, that was so slow of her. Oh my goodness. They still down. They not down bad. Yeah, I agree. Boston has been playing well. Oh, mm. If Natasha Cloud is going to be on Natasha Howard in that mismatch, guess what? I would give the ball to her and let her cook. Because Natasha Cloud is going to foul her. She's not going to let her get her. No, we down six, guys. Just like that. We down six. Come on, Lex. Oh, Lex, you had that. Oh, that should have been a foul because she was trying to shoot. Nice. Lexi is so good on backdoor cuts. I love when she gets backdoor cuts like that. Golly. Clark should have took a little bit sauce off of that. She had that. That was the easy two. Oh my gosh, bro. Man, come on. She's yeah. That's not a foul. Look, she man, Stewie is whack, bro. I'm sorry. She's garbage, bro. To me, you cannot be serious giving her a call like that. She was out of control. She didn't even have full control of the ball, and she shot it at the backboard. She shot it at the corner of the backboard. That's crazy. If Stephanie White loses this challenge, I'm gonna be mad because Stewie is like really, really, really is like getting all the calls. And this is one of the things, if you playing this team in the finals, you playing them in the finals, this is what you're gonna have to deal with because the fact of the matter is she's going to just continue to draw up. The referee's gonna give it them fouls. It's like you're gonna have to really, like I said, the Fever have to take the fight to them, and they defense intensity. They're gonna have to see if they gonna create fouls too. No, that's not a foul. That is not a foul at all, Fred, because she was losing the ball. She ain't really had control of the ball. Howard was moving her, shifting her body. You know what I'm saying? And now you know that Natasha Howard has three fouls. They gonna try to go at her. And I think also that the Fever. I mean, they doing things on offense and moving, but still, that's why I feel like that's why I say I think Caitlin's biggest asset right now is to try to take dribble like how Sabrina Nesco is. She's not just selling for threes. She's taking it off the dribble and getting into the mid range set or to the basket. That's what Caitlin gonna have to do. Do what Stewie doing. Drive and try to pick up the fouls and get your points from the line. When you is not getting your shot from the outside, you got to create other ways to get to the basket. I understand that shooters shoot, but to get to put pressure on the defense, they gonna figure like, okay, she wants to shoot threes. But look, Sabrina gets in the paint. Then she brings her outside. That's how you got to. Once Caitlin gets down the hill a lot more, I think her shot from the outside. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Indiana's. I mean, yeah, New York is playing smart basketball. We got to remember New York is. Yeah, they are. I'm not taking nothing away from them at all. They playing, they playing smart basketball. They doing what they need to do as champions. They not letting nothing rattle them. They executing. They using like there's what somebody said that there's gray areas inside how the ref will call, and Caitlin has to, and the Fever has to make sure that is the. Lexi is on fire. Lexi is on fire. She is really playing, man. Lexi got offensive foul, baby. Yes, yes. That's a moving screen. Sandy Baldello, you don't need to look confused over it. That's a moving screen. Watch. See, she leaned into her. Yep. That's the same kind of screen BG does. Yeah. Lexi got 14. Natasha Howard got 6 rebounds. I didn't think that Leah Boston closing in on a double double. That's the offensive foul. I mean, yeah, that's the offensive foul on Jacqueline Jones. She's still moving. She's not set. Yeah, she lowered her shoulder. That's the offensive foul. She didn't establish. Exactly. No, she wasn't set in time. Yep. We only we only down 4. See, she sliding into as she had moved and just stopped, then it would have stuck. Look at Keith Porter in the little black suit. Go, Leah. Go, Leah. That's there all day. Look for Sophie to come in and add some sun. Add to the run. Yep. I agree. You gotta stop letting Mm, mm. I love I love it. Nice hands, Kelsey. Nice hand. Nice, nice, nice. Fever on a 12-4 run right now in the 4 minute mark. Oh my gosh. Come on, the D. Whoa, she almost carried on that. Oh my gosh. Ah. Yeah, she boxed her out real good. Well, at least they ain't going to the line shooting. Mm. She could take golly. Oh, Lexi keeping us in the game, man. I hate to say it, Lexi is keeping us in the game. And that's what I want Clark to do. Drive to the basket, pick up the foul. Don't rely on the three. We in this game, we ain't that far. We down 4 points. We about to be down 2 points. We right there. We was down 9 and we battled back in this game. Oh, come on, Lex. We gotta hit them free throws. Come on. Push it to Lex. Oh man, that was nice. Dang it. Mm. She kicked it out. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Bonner, man. Yep. I said this in my post game interview. I say even though Clayton Hawk had a bad half, the others stepped up. We didn't have that kind of the others. There we go. That's Mitchell for me. Get it, set your feet, tie game. This is how we play. 10 lead changes. New York led by 15. See, Marine Johannes was so worried about Mitchell getting past her. Clark got 10 assists, 7 points, three fouls. That's not bad because you got three fouls and you about to go into the fourth quarter. That's not bad. The thing is, now when they go into the fourth quarter and it's a close game like this, they gotta put pressure on them. I keep saying it. Clark gonna have to get to the free throw line. Clark got to get to the free throw line. There we go. Oh, that's off. Where's the foul? Where's the foul? Where's the foul? That's what I'm saying. That's a foul. That's what I want Caitlin to do. Go hard to the basket. I swear Stewie lives at the free throw line, man. Stewie is living at the free throw line. If it wasn't for her being at the free throw line, we've been winning this game in a major way. Take her. Dang, she had her on the right side. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. It's fever ball, Jekyll. I'm telling you, Clark done had two poor games, but all Tyrese Halliburton, Clark done had two poor games, but I love the others stepping up. Yes, yes, there we go. Hey, it was gonna take long for her to get it. It wasn't gonna take long for her to get it. Woo! She shook it off, baby. She shook it off. Bang, bang, bang. It wasn't taking long. That's how she got it right there. Hey man, look at Leah's like she hits it. She hits it. I love it. Wow. I'm telling you, fourth quarter clock time. Fourth quarter clock time. I tell you, the Wanda Bonamite ain't scoring, but her defensive presence on Stewie means so much in this game. Nice, nice. Go, go. That's good. Now, see what Stewie did? She fouled her, and it was a block. But she checked on her. Stewie checked on her. It's not like that Deep Ned Carrington thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. It's not like that. Dejanay Carrington, what she did and dig the girl and I. Stewie checked on her. Stewie knew she was like, okay, she down. Let me check on her. That's good sportsmanship. I love good sportsmanship when teams play like that. Oh, it's fever ball. Yes, this team. I'm telling you, man. I said it. I said it last game. And I said it. When fever, you got a lot of different. Boom! She did it again. Hey, it's clock time, baby. It's clock time. There we go. She woke up. Yes, she did. Ooh, baby. Hey, V, you're the man. And like you said, shoot or shoot, baby. Shoot or shoot. Look at her. She ready. This team about hey, this team is to me is when you play like that, and this is why I be trying to explain to people, and y'all witness it in my videos, and I talk about it a lot. When you have a team, it doesn't matter who's the high scorer, because we just seen Natasha Howard had 26 the other night. Clark was struggling the whole game, but the fever was right there the whole time. Lexi contributing. Then he had Kelsey Mitchell hitting some points, Leah Boston hitting some points. You bring Sophie in, you bring Dewana in, defensive tendency. I said it. Dewana Bonner presence on Stewie is a neutralizer because she can't do the things that she could do on a smaller Natasha Howard. That's the difference. That is the difference. And then you got Sophie Cunningham in there to neutralize what Mary Johannes does. She took one shot. I think that's the second shot, and she missed it. Then now you got Natasha Cloud scrambling around trying to get away from Kelsey Mitchell, and she trying to look. Jacquel Jones, they out of sync. We got them out of sync, and that's what it is. They not they they New York Liberty didn't expect the Indiana Fever to be this good the way they are on defense. And defense create offense. And once Caitlin Clark got her rhythm, you see her went downhill. You see her hit a three. You see her go downhill again, go get fouled. Then she come back with seconds left and hit a three. That's momentum swing. Now they got to carry through the fourth quarter, continue to put pressure on them, create opportunity for them to get the ball. This game comes down to who wants it the most. Yes, again, just like in Thursday's game, it came down to who wanted the most. Still anybody's game, but I like the energy of Indiana. Facts. Stewie was comfortable cooking Natasha, not DB. Yep, DB's clamping her. Yeah, she was comfortable cooking her. So yeah, exactly. I agree with you on that. We outscored them in the third by 30 points to 12. Woo! She said, play great defense. That's what's going to lead us to the win. Great defense. I'm going to tell you, New York expected this. New York didn't expect this at all. This is a good game. This is a good game. Remember, the Fever is three. Fred, how can I forget? You remind me every time. 3 or 4 quarter team. And she missed a point blank shot. Man, I want Caitlin to cook Mary Johannes. Ooh, Boston, you had a whole yes, nice, nice, nice. But Leah Boston had a clear path to the rim. Oh my God, Mitchell, no point. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Now see, when Mitchell do stuff like that, it makes me happy. It makes me happy. It makes me happy. And you know, New York is and Minnesota is the only two undefeated teams left. And if they take them down, because I think Minnesota once Caleb McBride get back, they'll be a little bit better. But I think everything goes through Fee. But Fee is having a monstrous start to the season. I think stuff in our rival and last year losing is going to be interesting. Put it on elbows on them, got them out of rhythm. Yeah, you got to be physical. That's what Stephanie White wants to be physical. Can't wait for DB to come back in her defense. So oh yeah, the Bonner defense, I love it. I think she gonna come in down the stretch though. I think she gonna come in. And you know another thing, guys, I like I said, people question Stephanie White offense with Caitlin Clark off ball. It's all about your opponent. Your opponent is what dictates how the flow of the game goes. It's nothing wrong having Caitlin. And like I said, she was talking to Robin Lundy when they was in their pre press conference before the game, and she was talking about the difference between being off ball and having the ball in her hand. And she said you have to have a balance with it, and the team is still trying to figure it out with each other. And people keep saying, "Oh yeah," and the people keep saying, "Oh well, she's another Christy size and doing all of this stuff." And people don't understand offensive sets. They don't understand read and react offense, and they don't understand motion offense, and they just sit out here creating these narratives and thinking that the team bad. It's going to be a game. It's going to be games. Caitlin going to have bad games, but it's going to be games she's going to snap out them bad games. It's going to be games where Kelsey Mitchell going to have a bad game and all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, what's the most important? What's the most important thing that I have seen from this team? The others step up. When this team needed a bucket, the others step up. They didn't rely on Caitlin. We looked at it on Tuesday. Caitlin, Kelsey, and Leah had over 20 points, and they lost by one. I said if Sophie Cunningham had played that game, they would have won that game. You know, and then you see Sophie Cunningham came back Thursday. Guess what she did? They stepped up. They fought a hard, tough game, even though it was physical. Then guess what? They took the physicality right now to New York and got them all out of sync. Time out New York. Let Fever cook them. Cook. And that's why I feel like the oh they talk about mm, mm. Oh man, Sophie thought it was exactly. The season just started. We must be patient and temper our exactly, Fred. Exactly. And I have seen so many people making videos and whining and complaining about the stuff, and I was just like, man, come on, bro. Ah, we need the Wanda Bonner back in the game because they going after Natasha Howard, man. They going after Natasha Howard. We don't need to let them up in the game. That's why I said that. So to me, I feel like at the end of the day, they gotta understand. They don't understand how this works. It's just like football, just like NBA basketball. It's just like baseball. Everything comes together in time. Everybody want instant success with this team. I want the team to gel together so when the second half of the season they knocking people head off. Oh, nice. If they go play zone like that, that's we need to take it to them. Come on, Natasha Howard. Come on, Natasha Howard. Woo. Come on, man. You missing point blank shots. Oh my gosh, they missing. They don't caught back up. We need DeWanna Bonner back in the game, man. DeWanna Bonner needs to be in the game for Natasha Howard. She's saying she had it. She traveled. Mm-mm. I'll be right. They. It's not just that. V. They missed easy, but they the two easy buckets that was missed under there. Natasha Howard missed a couple easy buckets that would have been, and Leah Boston missed one. That would have been that's 6 points right then and there. That's 6 points. The lead would have been either further. We would have probably been like 80, 88 right now. And then you get out of sorts. I think you need to take Natasha Howard out the game, put DeWanna Bonner back in there, and there's 5 minutes left. Let DeWanna Bonner play the rest of the way because you definitely right now don't want to lose this lead. You want to continue to build on this lead. It's a 1 point game, and Natasha and they keep going after Natasha Howard, and you don't. And that's how you. She should have called a timeout right there, earlier though. I think she should have called a timeout earlier and gotten the DB in there. I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'm back. Oh man, this is gonna be this is a hard fought game, but we gotta make some easy buckets. Leo missed one. Howard missed. She missed two under the bucket. That could have easily pushed the lead up. And you definitely need right now DeWanna Bonner in the game on Stewie and allow Boston to match up with Jacquard Jones. See Bonner back in the game. Come back, come back. Mm, they need to get the ball back to Kate. And with this time right here, Caitlin needs the ball in her hand. Come on, man. Come on, Boston. Get the ball back to Clark, man. Lexi's. Oh my God. Give the ball to Lexi. Lexi was wide open. Lexi was wide open. All she had to do is pass it to her. All she had to do, all Kelsey Mitchell had to do is kick it to the corner to Lexi Hall. Lexi Hall had the hot hand. I mean, it's no time to try to play hero ball. You're trying to win as a team. Nice hand, Kate. Let let Caitlin have the ball right here. Dang. That should have been a foul. That should have been a foul. There we go. Nice switch off. Nuska's just trying to find a little soft spot. Nice. 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 I'm about to turn this little volume up a little bit. Oh my God. Oh, Sabrina missed. Well, from what I'm taking, Sabrina missed both of the. Pressure bust pipes. Mm-mm. Oh, look at the. Oh my gosh. I wonder if that was a. I wonder if that was a. Mm. Why is that not a foul by Natasha Cloud on her back? New York has two timeouts. Fever got two timeouts, but both got one to reset. And he got still got a coach's challenge. Mm-hmm. And actually, this is a good test for both of these teams, to be honest with you. A good test. Man, tight game, tight game. We can. A minute 33 left in the game, 88, 86. Let's see what happens right here. Thank you. Man, I was about to say. Come on, Boston. Nice. Nice. Come on, Boston. Nice. There we go. There we go. There we go. Nice, Boston. Nice. Nice. Woo! Come on. Woo! Ho, 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 ho. Woo! Baby. Baby boy. Woo. Hey man, all I can say is this is a game. This is the game. And both of these teams is going to get better as the season goes on. Mm-mm. Leo Boston is having a heck of a game. A heck of a game. Mm-mm. Oh my gosh. This game about to go in overtime, guys. I think it's just about to tell you. This game is about to go in overtime. Hmm. That should have been a foul. That should have been a foul. That should have been a foul. That's a foul by Natasha Cloud. That's a foul. That should have been a foul on Natasha Cloud. Only thing she should have shot off the backboard instead of trying to shoot. I think she was trying to do that. That should have. That was a foul on Natasha Cloud. That would have sent Bonner to the line. That was a bad missed call by the ref. That's a bad missed call. Hmm. Dang, man. Oh man. Mm. Wow. No, she's fouling her, man. Tasha Cloud is all over her and no foul, man. Right there. She's fouling her the whole time. we miss shots. We miss shots as well, man, and we miss we miss shots. It's not just on Stephanie White. They miss shots too. They miss layups too. Natasha Howard missed a couple bunnies. I think when we had that 10-point lead, we should have never put Natasha Howard back in the game. I mean, oh man, golly, she should have challenged that. Yeah, she should have challenged that call. They should have challenged that. She didn't even steal a ball. She should have challenged that. And the referee didn't even call the foul on DeWanda Bonner under the basket. And then you get Lexi Hall with no touch. You could have just called a challenge. Rather you win or lose the challenge. So that was bad. That was bad. Them last few seconds was bad because Stephanie White could have challenged. The referee could have called a foul on DeWanda Bonner, and he could have called a foul right there on on Natasha Howard. Natasha Clyde got away with two fouls in the last few seconds. The one on DeWanda Bonner and that one on Caitlin Clark. And the referees is right there. That's what I do not understand, man. And we shouldn't have had, and honestly, we shouldn't have had blow a 10-point lead. We should have never put, I would have been better if you had put Bree Turner or Tipson in and still allow. Exactly. That's why I was saying. That's why I was saying early. If Caitlin didn't settle for threes, she could have took. She had because she took Stewie off the dribble, and she could have took Jacquel off the dribble. Yeah, because you gotta think about it. Jacquel and Stewie is going to trail her. It's going to trail her. So yeah, Bonner and Clark got fouled in the last few seconds. That was refereeing in that last few seconds. Duana would have went to the line. It would have gave the Fever the lead. It would have gave them a 2-point lead or a 1-point lead, and then it would have made New York play a whole totally different. They would have had to try to shoot a three to win the game, and we would have probably got they would have missed and we got the rebound, and then the game would have been over. That don't even make sense. It's like it's what it is, man. Like I said, the Fever could play with them. They could play with New York. They could play with New York. There's no doubt in my mind they can't play with New York right now. New York, yeah, they're the defending champions, but we had them. If Cece didn't struggle early on and she was able to get in rhythm, it could have been a different take. Exactly. Yeah, Fred, I agree with that. She should have looked. She should have definitely looked for the pull up. I mean, went to the rim. So, well, the Fever 2-2 on the season. Now they what's their next game? They play the Mystics on Wednesday, and they play the Sun on Friday, and then they come back. They play the Mystics again for the Commission Cups, and then they play the Sky in Chicago, and then they play the Dream, and then they play the Atlanta Dream again, and that'll be the final meeting between the Atlanta Dream, and then they got the Liberty at home again on 6/14, and then they got after that they got the Sun, Valkyries, they got the Aces, and then the Storm. So I mean, Yeah, we need to go on a winning streak like quick. I mean, we got the schedule favor us to go on a winning streak, but we need to go on one really, really quick to build momentum. We don't play three tough games, two against the Dream, now one against the Liberty. Like I said, I think we match up against the Liberty. I think we could play with the Liberty, but I think we definitely do not need to start on Natasha Howard the next time we play them. We need to start Lexi and DeWanna Bonner in that instance. And we definitely gonna have to like use more bodies too, because we could have Tipson, Dantas play a little bit, but Tipson and Turner, they could have been extra bodies that could have guarded out on the perimeter as well against Jacquel Jones. Them, they're very athletic. You know what I'm saying? You could have had the same Caitlin Hafals. You could have had Tipson or Bree Turner or somebody playing. I think the Dream gonna take that. The Wings is garbage. They are like the Chicago Sky. I feel like Tipson and Bree Turner would have been more athletic to guard against the perimeter and force different things. And I don't think Stephanie Knight, she didn't use that personnel the way I hoped that she did with this team, because Turner could have kept Jacquel Jones at bay. Tipson could have played Kennedy Burt a little bit, frustrated a little bit. That would have helped CC out a little bit off of them. Sabrina Ionescu did the same thing. Um, Same thing Stu did, trying to get to the line. And then and the thing about it is, I was looking how Sabrina got the inbounds and she just came around curl. They should have had somebody to step up in front of her and make her force her to throw the ball out her hand. You know, they would have sent it overtime, but this 2 game straight, CC picked up a lot of fouls. They got to find a way to so she doesn't get a lot of fouls. Because they gonna need her, in some point in time. And if she fouls out, and I still think Mitchell came on late, but she's been missing a lot of easy baskets as well. So let me look when the next game is. Let me see. They play Wednesday against the Mystics. I won't be streaming that game, but I'll be streaming the Suns game. So yeah. So Friday, my next stream day of that, I'll probably keep up with the Wednesday game on the NBA TV. I'll probably record that game, and then I'll come back probably that Thursday morning. When I get off Thursday morning, I'll watch that game. So, but I'll next Friday I will have a special guest. We doing a watch party together. So, um, stay tuned for that. But I will do my recap of. I'll do my recap of the game right now. Right now, the Wings winning 18-17 in the first. Paige Becker's got 3 points. Melissa Smith leading the team in scoring with 7. Owame got 0. Carrington got 4, and the bench got 2 points apiece. Jones, Griner, and Gray, they all got 4. Howard got 5. So pretty much, I mean, if Enrique don't hardly score, they ain't about to beat this team. So it'll probably be one of the tough teams. But anyway, guys, stay tuned. I will be definitely doing a recap of this game shortly, and then we could talk about it, again throughout the chat, whatever the case may be. But thanks for coming on. Thanks for hanging out with me as always. You know what it is, Livewire Sports Media. This is your Saturday Vibe edition. Until the next episode, you know what it is, and if you don't know, now you know.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire. Sports saying entertainment.